Hello, my sultry and otherwise exceptionally dry mama jimmas. Welcome to real life. As you can see, I am at the Office de la Poste. And I was going to use this camera, but the battery is poop, so it's dead. Not that it matters. All you're missing is my sweet-ass legit coat jacket thing from the 90s. It's a time capsule that I'm wearing. It's freaking awesome. So the weather is amazing today, which would make you think it's Monday, but it is not Monday. Actually, today is Wednesday. The weather was all right on Monday, and I did ride, and I was supposed to ride the Super Duke because I'm rotating bikes every week just because. And I did ride the Super Duke on Monday, but I didn't record it finally Friday because I was like this. I was just like cold and miserable. So it rained for like 2 days straight, overnight, just straight. There's still water on the ground, but I was like, at some point on Wednesday it should be not bad and it should dry up a bit, and I'll go out then. And I am. And weather came out, I was like, oh! I was like, I want to take this bike. So I took this bike up the street to get a drink. I didn't bother putting luggage on the bike. It's just up the street to the gas station. So I, did the retro, put a plastic bag hanging over the handle and had a couple drinks dangling in the wind. But this never happened before. As I was parking my bike at home, I rotated the handlebars, to turn and back in, and as I locked it in place, it pulled the bag over. It's so strange, I can't really reach or look at it. This corner plastic fairing right here, it's a big old piece of plastic, but it managed to just puncture one of my cans and it exploded all over my pant leg. So I lost a drink, which is very sad. But anyway, moral of the story is I really want to be on this bike today, and I believe I chose correctly. I got a short bullet list in my brain of things I wanted to mention. This is one of those finally Fridays where I got some stuff, so I'm going to shoot through them. The next thing was a story about how me complaining actually saved money, so it's a continuation into completion of the story. Brief recap, I complained how I can't point at it because that camera doesn't work, but I'm wearing a Shoei RF 1400, my favorite. I can say that because I paid for it. This road is new and I wanted to take it. I wanted to touch it. I actually want to play in that, but I actually don't because construction workers are out and I know it's poop. It's just 2 days sog, so I'm not going to touch it. But this road's new up here and I want to see it. The pin lock layer is something I am spoiled by and have been used to for years now, the anti-fog layer, but one of the two pins in the visor snapped, and so I couldn't put the fog thingy in there, the pin lock shield in there. When I complained about it finally Friday last time, someone in chat comments said, hey, I think you can just buy new pins, and I was like, hey, that's a smart idea. So I looked for pins and there weren't any name brand ones I could find. I found some off-brand ones, but I couldn't figure out how to replace them because there were no instructions or anything. I couldn't figure out where. I was like, well, I guess that failed, but whatever. And then I complained about that, and then someone in the comments said, you may as well just ask Shoei if it's under warranty if they'll replace it. Like, yeah, I guess it's worth trying. I'll just send an email. So I sent a quick email to Shoei, and then somebody got back apparently within the hour. I didn't check till a couple days later, but he's like, hey, if you bought the helmet, the freaking, your stupid ass, your freaking, this is word for word what he wrote. Your helmet comes with replaceable pins. It's in a bag by the manual. It's like, what? I didn't know that. I still have the box. I keep my boxes, so I got my box out, and sure enough, there were replacement pins, and with them was a little instruction booklet on how to replace the pin. So I replaced the pin with one that I apparently already had, and boom! I got my pin lock back, and I'm so happy. I can talk without doing this every 2 or 5 minutes to get air and clear the fog. It's so great. Moral of the story is, me complaining online led to a solution, which led to me complaining, which led to a solution, which led to me fixing a problem that cost me nothing. So thank you for listening to me complain. The moral of the story is, complain. Always complain. Okay, so look at that. I'm about to hit 8 miles, and that's relevant because for some arbitrary reason I'm trying to hit 10,000 miles. Not like I'm driving more than normal. I'm driving this thing as often as I ever do, whenever I want. But I've said for a long time now I want to make a review about this bike, going in depth and all the pros and cons, and just explain to people why this bike is awful and I love it so much. But for an arbitrary reason I decided, no, I have to wait until I hit the 10,000, that impressive number on this little bike, and then I'll do the review. Let's watch that speedometer hit 888. Come on, buddy. Come on. Hit 888. Come on, you like it. Come on. Kill me. I'm here. There it goes. Woo! So it would be possible for me to hit that by the end of the summer, but I would love to make that video before winter. And now, speaking of making that video, I had in mind to like stand by the bike with the bike and have a camera pointed at me and the bike. In the video, if I did a review of this, I want it to not be a motovlog or a GoPro video. But anyway, I always intended to have like, a wireless microphone with the production of the video, And I have one, a really rather nice one, but it broke years ago, or has been breaking. So the moral of the story is I'm going to complain about this really quick on the off chance that somebody offers a solution. So I have a Sennheiser ME2 lavalier system, and I believe the transmitter is defective because over time it just kind of was, the audio was clipping in and out and for no foreseeable discernible reason, and now the transmitter won't even power on. The battery seems to be charging, but it won't, the transmitter won't power on at all. I have ordered, barely located a replacement battery to see if that's the problem. I'm guessing that's not the problem, but I'll test that. The transmitter won't power on. If it doesn't turn on with the new battery, then I know my transmitter is defective, and if that's the case, I have no choice but to find some kind of specialist to repair it, because ultimately repairing that transmitter is going to be cheaper than buying a new one or a new kit, whatever. That's the most cost-efficient option. Anyway, on the off chance someone's like, oh yeah, the ME2 AVX Sennheiser transmitter unit is blah blah blah, and this is the solution, just in case. But FX review, need that. I got probably till the summer to fix it, and then I'll make that video. I'm not riding anywhere in particular, by the way. I'm riding subconsciously. I guess I'm heading out to the Quick Trip way out that way. I might stop there for like 20 minutes, I don't know. Anyway, last thing, I've been tempting myself with another motorcycle that I don't need, much like every bike I've ever gotten ever, pretty much, with this one being the best example. I've been looking at the Honda Tenere. I keep calling it the Honda Tenere, I'm sorry. It's the Ferrari Tenere, yeah. No, the Yamaha Tenere, because not long after I got my GSA and trying to do off-road and kind of learn off-road riding, I've just been like, man, I wish I had a lighter one. So I go to this, which is much lighter, but not ultimately light. If I remember right, this thing is 300. Oh, I wrote the weight. So it's not as light as I thought, and the Tenere is like 400. So the point is, this is not as light or as nimble or as capable as I thought it would be. Now, it's like really easy. So if you want to like practice and get some basics in off-road, I'm sure this thing is useful. But you know, 50-50 tires, so-so power, fairly heavy, you could have worse things to like learn on. The Tenere, or more specifically a medium adventure bike, which is I've been looking at medium bikes for like months just because I'm interested in them. That's like the middle ground between the GSA and this electric dirt bike. There is no unicorn bike, there is no singular bike that does all things. If you had it your way, you have all the bikes. The more bikes you have, the more stat point areas you can cover. So I got like the easy, cheap versus the GSA, which is big and touring. And the Super Duke is like fast and badass. The Duke I'm never getting rid of, it's too freaking special. So with those three bikes, you can hit more corners of that spectrum, but if for some reason you were to eliminate the GSA and the FX, the bike in between those two is a medium adventure bike. Not as good as the GSA at long range or comfort, but not as efficient or cheap as the Zero, but you know, somewhere in between. As far as medium adventure bikes, we're just staring at each other. I'm pretty sure the medium adventure bike I'm most interested in is the KTM 890 Adventure R, because it's something I'm kind of familiar with, but it's not shy of 500 pounds. If I were to commit to a medium, I think I'd want something easier, cheaper, and just straight. So I've been like interested in the Tenere. Now I'm saying all this because I'm just sharing like my interests. It's not like I have any plans to get one. I don't. Ultimately, I don't think it's worth even selling the GSA and trading that for a Tenere for the purpose of hitting all ends of the spectrum. If you were to, I mean, more bikes is better. You have more, you know, versatility and range between them. If you get rid of the 1250 for the Tenere, you move one point of that spectrum over to the FX, but you don't keep anyway. Unless you're gonna sell or need to sell two bikes like the FX and GSA, there's no reason to do the trade. I have no reason to get rid of them. So any hizzle, I think a Tenere is freaking neat. I'd like one, wouldn't like one enough. If I did, I would insist on getting a new black one, new, because two reasons. One reason is because of the resale value. If you were to buy a Tenere used, it's going to cost as much as a new one anyway, so you may as well get new. Then secondly, I like the 2023 because of the changes, mainly the display and the LED turn signals. Not huge deals, but like, you know, if I had my choice, I'd go for a new black Tenere. But that'd be a big hill to climb if I was insistent, because, you know, it's, as you probably know, as a motorcycle person, it's really hard to get one. But that's okay. I'm not planning to get one. I'm just going to keep what I have. I still want to do some stuff with my GSA if I can. Like, I really want to do some long highway trips to states, and if I were to do that, well, shoot, I want the GSA for that. There's really no rush. Okay, so my bike's losing range fast. I was not paying attention. I've been riding in a straight line. I'm going to start looping back around. Oh, it's so smooth. Whee! Whee! I did. That's a kid leaving school. You can just hear by the way the pedals being throated. All right. Dog! Yeah, I guess I'm gonna hit Quick Trip actually. Give this thing a quick little charge. I should have enough to get home, but a quick little insurance to make sure I got enough. Yeah, I'm gonna stop at Quick Trip and just get a tiny bit of juice. Actually, shoot. Now I want to drink juice. I would like some orange juice, please. Now I'm gonna get some juice on the bike just to make sure I have enough to get home. Now it's getting cloudy. Now it's getting dark. Now it's getting dark. A dark pool overhead. I just had a bunch of crap to rant about today, which is different than some other days. Some days I just want to drive somewhere. Some days I got something I want to say. And sometimes it's both, and sometimes it's neither. Today you got the ranting one. I'm gonna stop here. I got nothing else important to say that I can remember. If I forgot, it's too bad. Sucks to be me and you. You'll see her. You'll hear about it next week. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys are doing well and being good. Thank you for watching. Bye.